I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast. Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see you on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet you. Cool.
You go first. Give me an example.
Yeah.
Well, first, so I guess should we do characters first or that?
It's your rodeo, bro.
Oh, so I guess we got to pick the map, huh? It's like basically setting the map.
It's gonna be Salt Lake, Utah.
Salt Lake, Utah. All right, we'll say it's apocalypse situation. Maybe 10 months after, so there's growth on the ground. A
year after.
A year after, yeah. So it's completely it's like almost like what's that movie?
It still wouldn't be growing nothing.
Oh, whatever, dude. It would grow over in like months, dude. I bet.
Think so?
Hell yeah.
After nuclear apocalypse.
I Am Legend, yeah. After nuclear, I don't know, yeah.
Nuclear or
well, what are you guys thinking?
Disease? I don't know. It's Bricks. That's Bricks Rodeo.
I'm thinking nuclear. That's why I named my guy Roach, because like roaches survive nuclear blasts.
Dude. Okay, I guess we can do that because that makes more sense from the character
Nice.
I have.
I like the whole story rotating around my character. Let's keep it going.
He could easily get squished, so he's a midget.
Either way, we can say it was from that, but say like some people made it underground or something, whatever made them safer. They're out of the zones.
Okay.
But at this point, there's overgrowth.
Okay.
So it'd be like I Am Legend, yeah. I'd say like it's like I Am Legend.
Radioactive overgrowth with like plants that eat people.
Chernobyl, looks like that. It's kind of eerie and shit like that as well.
Ooh, yeah.
The situation though, where the people are coming upon is first dropping into this area, first coming into it. So the situation comes, there's kind of some things, they're not sure what's going on, if there's contact or not contact yet. And so I guess since we're going to have to give away the characters. You already made a character, Roach.
Yeah, Roach.
All right. So me and Brian has to be Roach.
Oh, shit. Really?
No,
that
dude.
way, yeah, that way you're not picking your own character. Because then I have a character, and his name is Buzz. I was going to call him Biff, like a freaking thing. And he's in a wheelchair. His legs got blown off.
Oh,
So I was going to give it to one of you guys. So that way you can't,
Well, I'm Roach, so Buzz, dude. Sorry, Edward.
What?
Well, dude, what's yours then?
Mine was Papa John,
Papa John.
and he was out camping when the nuclear blast hit. So he's driving down in his van. He notices it, so he's just a plain old dad
Plain old dad, I can do that.
with a
All right.
minivan.
And so
Roach
you're
is
gonna
just he's like a smart dude, but he's like a little scrawny guy, but he can get his hands dirty, if you know what I mean? Like if shit gets crazy, he's a black belt.
And I was going to let you decide what you wanted his previous job to be or whatever,
I'd say you something glorious, like a painter.
What? No.
like a karate
It'd be something
instructor or
kinda
a Boy
interesting.
Scout.
Yeah, or like maybe like the regional, not the regional manager, maybe like a in-store manager of Sportsman's who's maybe been there like for like 25 years. He just loves the outdoors. Or maybe that's too much. Maybe it'd be better to be like an accountant. It's like the crazy. Well, it's not. I can't be doing it. That's why I was like, if I pick my own person, it's like some super badass.
No, I was thinking like a World War II vet who's just
Okay, that's what I was thinking for Buzz. I was like, he's like Lieutenant Dan.
Okay.
He's got no legs. He's like kind of hardcore, and shit like that.
But I've got a hell of an upper body, right?
I mean, your right side's pretty stronger than the other side, but yeah.
All right. We know why.
a lot more work on the right arm.
Yeah. Well, you beef it up a little bit. I mean, you got to kind of run with it. Hey, I guess that's the point too.
So are my legs gone like completely at the knees or what?
Yeah, basically, like they just basically took it off at the knees. So you got some good legs.
So I got some good thighs.
You can still grip onto maybe like a
I could break some necks.
motorcycle or something.
I could probably makeshift you some twigs you can walk on.
I would like some pirate legs. If I can eventually level up to those.
Dude, if you just had just your legs that cut off at your knees, you could still sit
Squish a watermelon?
Like, you can still sit in a bike and pedal.
I guess.
With your hands,
Yeah.
It's a small bike.
I'll start off with a handicap. I'm good with that.
Yeah, you could be like you have a wheelchair, like murder ball when the guys that play rugby in the wheelchairs. Slam it in.
Okay, that'd be fine.
So there you go.
What was I doing as a career before this?
Beforehand, you were a painter.
Okay. Damn.
Painted cars.
Okay.
So you're a little
What did
rough around
Roach
the
do?
edges.
Huh?
What did Roach do before the nuclear blast?
He was a nerd.
Hell yeah.
Just online nerd. But he went to Taekwondo. So he was kind of like an introvert.
Okay.
Kind of like a to himself kind of person. But he could definitely murder some people.
He
with
knows
his
the
hands.
situation.
Yeah,
He's
he
played
knows-
fucking
yeah. He's played some
Bioshock.
Fallout
He's
and
played
shit, yeah.
all that shit.
Please fall out.
He knows what's coming. I know what's coming.
He's not strong, though,
Nope.
because he's kind of scrawny, but he's like a ninja.
But that's what I do. I just say, you know what, Lieutenant Dan, what's his name? Buzz?
Buzz.
You know
yeah.
what, Buzz? I bet you can't make me something with that wood there. And he'd be like, yeah, reverse psychology, because I'm that smart.
Oh, okay. I see what you're going to do.
Bada bing.
So,
All right. I guess we have to have an objective, too, just to start it off. So we're entering the city, Salt Lake City. Looks like...
well,
I
you're
Am
entering the
Legend.
city. I'm already in it. I'm
Yeah,
looting.
he went down the hill faster. He's like, zzz. We're like, yeah, what up? It's like, coming into the valley, he's like, we're like, this is the place, and he's like, spit off.
Wait, you got to say it on top of the peak while you're looking down. You got to say, "This is the place."
This is the place. This, what am I? My name's Papa John.
Papa John.
Papa John.
World
John.
War II vet.
Papa John. Like, yeah, and you guys are on there, and you guys call me Big Papa because I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I ain't gonna call you
That's
Big
what you
Papa.
gu-
Even
you guys
in my
call me Big
wheelchair, I'm
Papa.
bigger than you.
In this story, you guys call me Big Papa. So Big Papa calls the orders, and we were heading out. Yeah, whoa, Big Papa, don't want you to get too far away. I've got to watch my cubs.
I'm already halfway down the hill.
I guess the male. He's like, oh, your brakes don't work.
I can't slow down. I'm gonna break my legs.
Let's say, so we're going in there. We're trying to look for supplies and survivors or
No, we're murdering everybody we see, unless they're babes.
murder.
I think we should probably go the evil route.
Dude, unless it's like The Warriors. Have you seen the movie The Warriors?
Uh-huh.
No.
Freaking, yeah, everyone's got a gang over there. Even like the chicks, they're like, hey man, we found some chicks. And that's like a chick gang, and they're like super badass, and they get a few of them. But dude, that's movies full of gangs. So let's say it's like that. We're heading in there. We know there's packs of other people, possibly. What's our specialty?
A-team status.
18.
Are we just gonna break in there and
Well-
just start shooting people?
Big Papa over here has a minivan, so I think it just kind of fits, right?
Should we
Yeah,
weld
minivan, I got a
like a
rack
machine
on
gun on top? And I
Hell
can
yeah.
sit up there because there doesn't have to be a porthole or nothing for me to fall in because I don't
You
really
like
have
to
legs.
lay. It's a crazy look because you like to lay on your belly with your legs crossed up, like folded up over, and you're like laying on your belly, just shooting the
Like
gun.
on my chest, I'm laying down.
Yeah, like you're really interested in whatever's going on. Like
Yeah.
an interesting story.
Well, like a gossip girl.
You're just like
That's how I focus.
headshots,
Okay.
headshots.
At least I'm getting the headshots.
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess you shouldn't be like talking for your character.
Well,
Blue's
you're
got
the
a
one who
V8.
invented my character.
V8. What is it? It's like a freaking.
I'm like the A-team, all in one package.
It's like a pit of food.
I pity all these fools.
The A-Team actually has a dope van.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in that.
That's how our van looks, except white, and it's got like paint splotches all over it, and a
I like
big
that,
gun
'cause
on
I'm like
top.
those-
And
I'm
we
into
kind
that
of
van
tricked it
life.
out so it looks like it's friendly. So we put a couple of roses or something on
Like
the
an ice
side.
cream truck.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, hey, those guys aren't bad. You're dead.
Instant headshot.
Oh,
because I'm up on the top, prone.
Yep.
Rosebud. We're like, that's what we're called.
That's what we'll call our
The
van,
Rosebud.
the
You know,
Rosebud.
like freaking Citizen King, when he's like dies, he's like, Rosebud.
Perfect.
Dude, it's perfect
that.
because roses are nice, but they can also sting.
Roses are red, violets are blue. No one is dead. Dead is you. It's like, no, running in there.
Hell yeah! And
I
then
guess
we'll
that could be.
you're just the driver. Then when we get close, Brian jumps out the back with his two katanas and just starts chopping up
That's what I do.
close quarters combat.
Okay.
And then
driving
people are yelling like, "We don't even have weapons!" And we're just like,
We need help.
"My baby!" I'm like, Brick, get the flamethrower. It does more max damage at close areas.
Freaking, there's a baby. Freaking, boom, run it over. Squish it. It's like, that way it doesn't, like, they don't grow up to be freaking more
Vengeful.
of these guys.
Yeah.
That is not funny, but I'm like, I can't stop it because you're driving.
I don't have any legs.
I can't control this, so I'm just shooting at everything
The
that
doors
moves.
open and shit like that. Well,
Dead.
freaking got like some freaking maybe DVD playing and stuff with the little, I don't even know what, maybe you could have some Queen live or something like that.
Hell yeah.
It's like, we will rock you.
We'll have speakers on the fucking van on top.
When we
Oh,
enter,
no, maybe it's got to be more like something like Panama, some Van Halen or something.
yeah, but when we enter into a new neighborhood, we got to turn on like an ice cream song. Something
Oh, if it's
like
Big Papa, it got to be like freaking
Then it switches to Flight of the
Machine Gun
Valkyrie.
Funk or something like that. So-
And
We got to wait till they say something, so they'll be like, "Hey, are you guys friendly?"
then the doors swing wide open.
Then you hear all you hear is do dum dum dum
Du
dum
hast
du
mich.
hast dum 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 du hast mich. And you just see them. What does that mean? And then boom,
An
50
RPG
cal.
right out the back. All right, Brown, we want to target their
Bum, bum,
food supplies
Boom, boom,
with the RPG. And then at the end of it, they're going to be like, why'd you do this? And we're like, because it's cool.
Yep. We'll say if everybody must die, then everybody must die.
Yep. Like, we're civilians. And we're like, yeah.
Everyone's like running out. Please help us. I'm like running them over. 10 points.
If everybody's a civilian, then nobody's a civilian.
Damn, that's like hardcore. I guess, would you have to be like that in that?
In our story,
You
yes.
wouldn't have to, but since since I'm just this lone guy, I met this beautiful woman online and I lost her in the
like, fine,
nuclear
I'm gonna
fallout.
find
So
her.
that's who I'm looking for, and everybody in my way just gets crushed.
Yep. And
She lives in Japan, so it's going to be a little difficult.
it's going to be hard to get
It's
there.
going to be really
Like,
difficult.
we haven't had any contact with the other side.
And I've been his friend for
She's down.
25 minutes, and I accept the challenge of finding his true love.
Fuck it. I don't have any legs. I have to come with you.
I'm like, I need someone to carry me around. Help me put my pants on. It's like, but you have arms. I still need help put my pants on.
Just move that to the left.
I'm like, you want to aim it down that way.
It's like it's easier when someone wipes for me. It's like, freaking
It's like, dude, you're missing your legs, not your arms.
yeah,
I know, but I like it.
I like it a lot. Shit. What would you do in an apocalypse situation, though?
In an RL one,
Yeah, in RL. That's what it have to be.
probably hold my AK, and I just sit in the bathroom till the first person's like, excuse me, is there anybody in here? As soon as they open it, and I'd be like, he tried to rape me.
Dude, I wonder exactly how that would be. I bet it would be a lot like something like that.
It really depends on what happens to put you in that situation.
Yeah.
You know? Because if it's nuclear, you better know some shit.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to put a shit ton of clothes on. You know, like layers and layers to not get
Infected.
but radiation.
What I
shit.
heard was when the nukes were dropped on Japan, this one lady, like, she was telling her story from a perspective, and she literally walked into a bathroom, but the bathroom was one of those, like, there's no windows. It was kind of like a public one, but it's, like, made of brick.
Like porcelain all over the wall.
Yeah. And she walked into it, and
Not porcelain, sorry, tile.
I guess the toilet was, like, out of service. So she just went to wash her hands, and she walked outside. The nuke was already detonated, and everybody that was standing, like, within the vicinity was, like, cooked to death or, like, cooked to the floor. And the bricks protected her from getting that heat, like, from
I
her
could see that, like ceramic tile or some shit.
Something protected her, but her sister was out there, too, and she's, like, her sister was, like, kind of half protected from the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And then when her sister looked at her, half of her face was, like, cooked off. And, like, her eyeballs and stuff were, like, boiling off. But the other half of her face was, like, perfectly fine.
Were they dead or were they like...
They were alive. So she, like, ran up to her sister and, like, was, like, holding her eyeball in, like, wrapped it up on her face and shit. But it's, like, just being inside, like, if you see the flash, hide behind something. Get behind stuff because it'll
Hopefully.
barbecue you. like the flash, the heat. Once it reaches you, it'll barbecue you. So like, if you see that the flash didn't just instantly get down, get behind something, hide behind something, make sure it's not like a wooden structure because it'll just blast you away and then it'll cook you as you're flying. So like, we want to get behind like bricks or something solid. Mm-hmm. Like a building would even protect you. But
that'd be intense.
That's what I would do, is just in a basement. It's probably your best bet. Get into a basement.
Okay, what about zombies?
Zombies?
Your mom knocks on your door, or knocks on your door. She's scratching at your door. You open it, and she's a zombie.
Well, I'd first ask. I'm like, what the fuck do you want?
Nothing. No answer.
Nothing. Then I'd be like, hey, who's out there? And then I'd be like, go into my...
Do you have a weapon
safe.
Nearby?
Yes. All
Not
my
in
weapons
your safe.
are in my safe.
Because I have a knife in arm's reach.
Oh, I have a knife in arm's reach.
Just like, poop, poop,
Yeah.
like that quick.
I have a knife in arm's reach.
That's
I have a hatchet. That's what.
fucking juggalo over here.
Juggalo.
All right, Aubrey, start my playlist. Fucking, what is a juggalo?
What are magnets?
Are magnets? What are numbers?
So I'm still waiting. The verdict's not in yet on the magnets. It's dope. It's like a tomahawk type style. It's like long. It's like
Have
a
you
long
practiced
ass-
throwing it?
Yeah, I've thrown it around. But the reason I got it though is because if the wood handle breaks, I can pretty much stick any stick on it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
could you
woods.
do you feel confident enough to stick it?
Throwing it? No. No,
I wouldn't throw
definitely-
a tomahawk.
I would like to learn, most definitely, but it's not. It's not like it kind of is. It's a little more heavy duty because it's got the hammer on the end. But I've seen some of those, and I was thinking about buying them because I think that'd be dope as shit to throw
With
those.
like the point at one end and
Yeah.
then
it's like
the blade at the other.
Yeah, it's like the way it's shaped. It's kind of just like a triangle almost, only not too round.
You'd have to be really desperate to throw that thing.
Well,
Like, why
shit,
would you throw a melee weapon when...
Well, if someone's
There's a chance of missing.
not slowly, but reacting to pulling up their handgun from their waist, and you have that split second to just throw something out.
Okay, that makes...
Full force,
Yeah.
If I had like a secondary though, because I'm on that same thing. Like that's what the one thing about it. Like I wouldn't throw it. Like if I grabbed it, I would, like in the house, I definitely would not be throwing that thing. I'd be swinging that fucking thing because I would hate to like do exactly like Admir's said because it would still hurt. You know, hit him right with the back. Oh, what the fuck? But like if someone threw that thing at me and it hit me right in the chest and it didn't stab into me, it was like the hammer side. I'd pick that thing up so quick. You know, I'd be like. And so that's what I'd imagine that person would do.
But that's the thing; it would stun you for a split second, maybe two. You know.
But even if I I throwing it, I guess. Oh shit! I guess it would crack it because I'm like either side. If you crack someone with that either side, that shit's gonna like.
You have to have good aim,
it's
though.
gonna
The thing-
knock you out. It's like some Last of the Mohicans, dude. Those dudes are nuts, dude.
The thing is with melee weapons, it's a proven fact that if you're about 20 feet away, a melee weapon beats a handgun from 20 feet away. So
with reaction time, though.
If they have it holstered and you're both looking at each other, or like let's say they walk into a room and you see them, by the time they react to you, you're already on them.
Yeah.
Like 20 feet is covered by a person.
With precision time and accuracy, yes.
Not even precision time, just getting close to someone and hitting them with a blunt object.
running?
Running up to someone from
right,
20
I see
feet
what you're
away.
saying.
Like, let's say you're in your hallway and it's about a 20-foot long hallway, and you're just kind of waiting there with like, let's say, a candlestick or something, right? Something heavy, something you find in your living room, and you see the person come in and they've got a gun, and they're just kind of like chilling there, like looking around, and you're about 20 feet away. You could hit them without them realizing you, even though they've got a gun. Even if they do see you, by the time they like react and their brain registers and they go to pick their gun up, you're already 2-3 feet away from them. They might get a shot off. They might, but they're not expecting that, so... You'd catch them off guard and they'd be like, "Oh shit!" And
Yeah,
you
but
get
if
'em.
the handgun catches you off guard, you're fucked.
if it's an
Unless-
accidental,
If it hits your like nervous system, if it just hits you somewhere like in the shoulder, you'd probably still be moving.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
It hit you in the
definitely.
head,
With,
like, it'd be
with
like a
that
knockout, you know?
adrenaline,
It's like,
yeah, your adrenaline.
that
would be
adrenaline
pumping.
pumping, dude, you could probably jump over a fucking 20-foot wall. I should know I'm Mexican American.
See,
by
I
the
feel
way.
confident if like it was up beforehand. Like if they're in the room already, like oh fuck. But if I was up already and like in the room and stuff, I'm like oh dude, like it'd be so easy to just be like waiting there and just be like. I guarantee I could get like a kill shot, you know, just because
But
they're sitting there, the adrenaline.
That's
is
the
like,
thing that I always think about, though,
Straight
dude.
up in the
You
air,
have
it's
that split second ahead of them. Are you going to do it?
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
If
Well,
I
it
was
depends.
fully sure, if I wasn't fully sure,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. Because you can easily
I'm like-
you can easily just stab someone, but
to be honest, that's probably exactly what I did. Like, hey, hello, you know, because if
Mm-hmm.
like some like someone we know that like happened to get in there, or someone that got like a
it's
spare,
me. I'm
what
like,
the
dude,
fuck?
your phone's dead.
Someone knows one of our keys, you know, come over, like, my brother or someone, be like, oh man, I was drunk, or I don't even
Mm-hmm.
know what, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, something crazy could happen. Be like,
But we're talking about a zombie apocalypse, dude.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking RL, but in a zombie apocalypse, oh my goodness, I mean, that's what. Definitely, I'd be talking out loud to see if they identify like
In a zombie apocalypse, you'd be talking out loud.
if they're
No,
coming
like
down
in the
hallway.
beginning. In the beginning, I'm saying in the beginning, like I said, someone's scratching at your door. You say, "Hey, what's going on? Are you all right? Who is that?" And they just keep scratching, or just boom, 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 boom.
Would I know beforehand,
You
or this
wouldn't
is like
know.
waking
You're
up in the
waking
morning
up,
and
dude.
everyone in my house is already a
It's
zombie?
fucking Tuesday. It's 7:30. You slept in, dude. You need to get to work, and you just start hearing scratching at
Well,
your door.
there's no facts right there because I'm never
Hmm.
late.
Oh, duh, whatever. All right,
'cause
Mark, fucking Craig, Steven from Ken Garf. Just let us know. Write us an email.
I'm just kidding. I'm always late. No, that would catch me off guard. Definitely walking upstairs
fuck
and they're
yeah.
standing there.
Well, how would you know? 'Cause that
what?
was one thing I was thinking. I don't want to like say
that's
a
the
movie
thing,
I had
dude.
an idea for, but like think about what if you went and like someone was like, dude, it's a zombie apocalypse or some shit, dude. Because like say someone came home drunk and the guy's like, oh my god, it's a roommate. Oh, dude, it's a zombie, dude. And he like beats the shit out of him.
Just
Pretty
some
much
random guy.
Yeah, pretty much kills him. Or like some homeless person. Oh my god, dude, zombie apocalypse. Wakes up a roommate who's like a prepper, and all of a sudden the dude's like, oh hell no, just like gets in his car and just like you start seeing people like neighbors like mowing him on, Johnny. And he's like fucking runs him over, you know, like hitting the neighbors' kids and shit. He's like killing everybody, thinking they're zombies. He's like fucking apocalypse. So think about that. Like,
You have to be really dumb.
Yeah,
You
no.
never know,
Here's the
though.
thing that I was thinking of though, because in every zombie movie you watch, they don't say zombie. They don't figure it out as fast because supposedly in their universe they've never seen a fucking zombie movie.
I know. I feel like
You
that's
know?
what everyone would call it, dude. First
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
like one like psycho that starts eating someone's face, zombie, dude, zombie. It's like no, it's a crazy crackhead. Right
Yeah,
there, like, dude.
but if it were to happen, they would be, I think, gone pretty quick.
Fuck yeah.
What? No, it wouldn't.
All the zombies.
No, it wouldn't.
I think it would,
Imagine if it happened like on a bus. You're just chilling there, and all of a sudden some guy next to you is just like,
No, I've seen that video.
And he
That-
gets up
that
and
shit's fucking crazy.
fucking just grabs you and just fucking
Have
bites you
seen
right in the
that?
shoulder.
Have you seen
Yeah, the
that
one in China or
Oh
whatever?
my god, that's so.
I'm surprised no one did anything.
Dude,
like,
I was
straight up,
so fucking pissed, dude. Watching
What was
this.
he
especially
doing?
when, like nibbling on the guy on the ground. I would like walk up and kick him in the head or something. I'd be like,
Oh, dude, I
blood
would
is
have
going everywhere. I'm like, what is
destroyed
this?
him, dude.
Like, I'm surprised no one like just cheap shot him because everyone just like was right in the position where they could. Like, the guy was not like a strong person.
Wait, what was going on?
Oh, it was in China, like a subway or China or
It
somewhere.
was a subway or a bus in China, and this guy was eating this lady, and she was like screaming, and everybody's just
What was he
watching. A
eating?
couple people have their
biting on
phones
her
out,
face
just
and fingers
watching.
and shit. He was like lost his mind, similar to like the other guy did.
Like he was biting off her
He started
fingers.
biting on her hands, biting on her face and shit. She's like, blood was all over the place, and everyone just like they filmed the shit, like, but it was like two weak people, like. Anyone could have walked up to him and like one of the weakest person on the bus could have came up and like cheap shot, like kicked him right in the face and knocked the fucking person out probably. And everyone just stands there. Especially if two people came up, that's like unless you're trained to fight, like as when people talk about they fight this person, dude. If you never fight anybody and you go fight someone on the street, oh my god, they'd probably be evenly two dumbasses fighting. You know? If you get two people. I don't care. You have to be some form of experience because you're just going to lose. So if like two or three people started kicking that person, there's no, or even like trying to grab him, there's no way they'd be able to do anything.
Yeah, you just bear
You
hug
just
them.
have to punt him in the head. Like if someone's doing that and you just straight walk up and just punt him in the face, I don't think there'd be any repercussions for you, would there? Even if you killed him?
Not in that situation. No, you.
Well, what I heard actually is in China, people sue the shit out of you for anything. So if you
So
go
you'd have to kill him.
I don't know if they had
I
that
don't
good
know.
Samaritan
I don't
law,
even
'cause
know.
They had that
They
one
don't.
here. They have that law here. Like if you, because like someone ran in to save someone from a burning car or some crap like that, and yanked him out, and they're like, and like kind of destroyed their back and shit like that, and they ended up getting paralyzed from the neck down. The car exploded and they ended up saving their lives, but then they were like destroyed from it, so they tried suing the person saying they ruined their life or whatever, and they'd rather have died than some shit. and so they ended up going through all this court stuff. But I think they ended up winning. It was something like that, you know. It might not even been that one. But then they passed a law saying that you can't come back and sue someone for trying to, you know, save your life. So, like, even though it might have been a horrible situation, it's still better than you dead. You know?
If you haven't watched The Incredibles, go ahead and watch that. You get a really good example of that on there.
Is that that makes sense?
There's some guy tries to kill himself, and what's his name, Mr. Incredible, saves him, catches him out of midair, but he breaks his neck or something, and he's wearing like this neck brace. And he's like, I wanted to die that day, but he killed her. He saved me, and now I'm suing him. And then they have to put all the superheroes in hiding. Go watch that.
That's a cool movie.
It is. It's a good movie. They're going to make a number 2 here pretty soon.
That doesn't make sense, though. Like, who are you doing more damage if he's dead or if you paralyze him for the rest of his life?
What if he lands on someone?
Then you should have moved that person that he was going to land on and let him hit the pavement.
I don't know. I think there should just be suicide booths, kind of like on Futurama.
No, dude.
Shit.
Just go in there, put a quarter in there, and be like, and then it goes to like a donation for dogs
Norway,
or something.
And that's, I think, by freedom of choice, or Sweden is. Really
Here's a scenario for you.
You know, assisted suicide.
Someone walks up to you, puts a gun to your back, and goes, walk into the booth, put $1 in there, and don't come out. Or I shoot you right here.
I'll walk into the booth and push the button that says someone else pushed me in here, which entraps them in an outside dome booth.
And turns it on fire.
Yep. Disintegrates them.
Damn.
Done.
What if there's just like a bus stop right next to it, and you walk in there and you're like, someone else pushed me in here. All of a sudden, traps a bunch of people in a bus stop. They're like, what's going on? What's going on?
It's the same reason why I think they should take warning labels off of certain items.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like there should be that. I mean, assisted suicide sounds crazy because someone might be emotional or whatever. But if someone is really set on that, if there's some quality of life they're not enjoying,
they should definitely take a test or something, huh?
yeah, something like that. But say that, definitely like something so you know they're not crazy. Say they're like there's in some situation they don't want to have. Maybe they're paralyzed from the neck down, but yeah, all their organs are working perfectly fine. Like that's how I'd be. I'd be like, just give my like heart and shit to someone else who's actually trying to live and shit like that. Because like for me, I'm not living the life I would like to live, so I'm not sustainable. So I'd be like, yeah, you could do that. And so like they should give that odds for someone to be like, well, they are helping someone in the fact that they want to get rid of them. I mean,
see, what people would say with what you're saying right now is like you can't really say that because you're not in that position or you've never been in that position to the point where you're like, well, that's what I would do. Because if you think about like what someone's literally giving up the ultimate sacrifice, like I am ending what I have now so someone else could live. Like,
well, it's crazy, but you should have the right?
You should. I think everyone should have the right.
I wouldn't fucking.
But
do it.
Well, think about it this way: what if your wife needed like a spleen or a fucking your heart, and you were like, you know what, I'm already dying. Just kill me and give her my heart.
Like that movie with Denzel Washington and his son or whatever.
Best actor ever.
What is that? What is that movie? I can't remember the name, but he like has holds the hospital ransom and shit.
It's
and he's trying to get the boy heart and like trying to move up his list. And then at the last case scenario, he's like fine. Then he's
John
like,
Q.
John Q. Yeah, he's like, then I'm just gonna kill myself because he was compatible too. So his plan was to hopefully get him someone else's, and he'd go maybe to jail. But if he couldn't, then he would just take himself and then like give it to him. And so he was like totally gonna just like kill himself and everything like that. And the doctor was like, "All right, yeah, no, I'll do it," and sign the papers.
Spoiler alert.
So his dad killed himself to save his son?
Well, I mean, you gotta watch the movie.
The movie's old, man.
It's really good though, yeah, because Denzel Washington is just
the best actor
yeah,
ever.
he's really good.
Dude, he's so damn cool and so damn clever.
It gets you in like, it definitely like because he plays like kind of a similar actor, but definitely every character is like different. And it like I believe him a lot, and like not like a lot of times when I see an actor sometimes, and I'm like,
actors are fake, dude. I don't believe any of them.
Well, a lot of times I'll see one and I'm like, oh, you're just doing your acting. This is whatever. From now on, they do that same role, and they kind of like, you're just like, oh, doing this in a different movie. But like with him, it's just like he does stuff differently, but you totally believe him. Like that position compared to like Training Day, like so you believe him as that like dad who's like trying to do his, and then when you see him in Training Day, you're like, oh damn, I can see he was totally like a badass like that. Like
I love him in Man on Fire.
Oh, Man on Fire is a cool one, yeah.
Oh, holy shit, that one's a good one.
Were you saying people wouldn't believe that there was zombies because you don't think they would look like zombies at the first?
I think people would be kind of confused, like or even like Shaun of the Dead almost, like. I thought it'd be funny to make a more guy went the total opposite way, instead of like in Shaun of the Dead where they didn't believe it all the way until like, oh my god, they're zombies, Because he's like, goes to the store. I was like freaking out. And he's like, okay. And then he's like putting down his money and stuff. And he's like, where's everybody? And he's like, and he's like walking through. And he's like, and he's like being all weird. And he's like, he's being weird. And he's like, there's people in the backyard. And they're like, hello, you know, and shit like that. And they're figuring out that they're crazy. And so like throwing shit at him. And like
The records.
Yeah, the records.
That
And
shit's
like,
so funny.
Doesn't he like kill one with the record?
Yeah, like eventually, I think he like pushes it over or something, hits it with a rock. But like, it's like, yeah, there's like a point of, because you kind of be like, what is going on, you know, like, or even then like 28 days later and stuff like that.
That shit would be
That's how
scary.
I imagine that's exactly how, if it would happen like that. I'm like some kind of virus,
Fast
or
running
something.
demon people.
Well,
Well,
like a rage or something, you know, like some kind of freaking weird mad cow.
What is it called?
Mad human.
Rabies? Some sort of rabies?
like
The
rabies,
the
yeah.
worst I think is definitely the Walking Dead guy Rick when he wakes up from his coma
Yeah.
Oh,
to his door being like blocked by a fucking surgery bed or whatever. He's just like,
Luckily,
what
oh, shit.
the fuck? And he's just walking around. The place is deserted, you know.
yeah, it is kind of like
Somehow
28 weeks
finds
later,
his
28 days
wife.
later. Yeah, I know,
It's
kids
just
and everything.
knucking futs, dude. But they've kind of gone too far. 15
I don't know, have you
seasons.
been
They went
watching it now?
truthfully,
No,
though.
dude, I can't
haven't watched
watch
that
it
many
now.
of it.
I can't.
I don't have
It's all
cable.
about who's got the best colony? Let's go steal it
Yeah,
from.
like-
Oh nope, they caught us. Oh well, let's get away.
Everyone's fighting each other.
Yeah.
They're killing everyone off, but I know like it sucks because I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of the new ones, but I feel like they're going towards like how it would almost. I honestly see like it would be a lot like The Road. I think we were even talking about this before.
The Road is a really good movie.
Because yeah, it's like it's really interesting. You're kind of like, what would happen type of thing. Because you even see now like millionaires instead of buying extra homes, like investing into like I'm just gonna have a fun time, like a beach house or something. They'll invest in like an underground bunker that they buy off. Have you seen those stuff? Like they'll have like silos where they have like 20 floors. Put freaking one. They'll buy out one penthouse level for some billionaire to have a fallout shelter. They race over there.
Dude, if I was a billionaire, I'd have myself a badass fallout shelter.
Yeah, but then you'd have to kill all the construction workers because once they find out, oh, there's a zombie apocalypse. I know where there's a really good fucking silo. This
But you'd
guy
have a
has
security
no
system that they
weapons.
couldn't get in. With like a laptop gun guarding the door.
You'd
I
hope
would
so.
just get like really cool with them because you never know if you're ran up there in the panic situation. Like we're closing down and be like, I can help you. I design this thing. Come on. And then, like,
No way,
someone
dude.
else
I
would
would
come
never trust anybody.
in. He's like, no, you didn't pay for the fucking room. You ain't coming.
I'd
in.
be like, all right, yeah, come in here. It's an airlock. Come in. And he'd walk in. I'd be like, evacuate all oxygen.
He's like,
He's like,
No, dude, I'd definitely have like ejectocito where it just launches him 200,000 feet in the air. He
No
just
way,
goes
dude.
it's like one of
fucking
those grids,
flying.
like in Resident Evil. It's like freaking puts a line of
Oh,
it's
the
like a laser,
lasers.
and then it's like the two lines.
Just
and then
stare
it's like
into
a
the
grid.
laser.
It's like chicken wire. It's like you can't even go through it. It's like chain link fence.
it'd be funny if it was just like a little red dot. It's like, just look into the laser. It'll scan your retina. It's like, shoots their laser through his head. Just falls over.
One of those
wrong.
no country
It's like,
for
I didn't-
old men.
I didn't
fucking
have enough-
air
Yeah.
chuck things.
I didn't have enough money for the fancy grid one, so I just got the straight line one. You just gotta look into it.
Think about that, dude. That's how they used to do it in the olden days when they were hardcore. Because, like in Indiana Jones, say you didn't know the right password, you know, or the key code to get in. You go to move the rock, it would like move and like big ass rock would come and crush your ass. Like now, you know, it's like wrong. Oh, okay, you're fine. You know, like that's like someone trying to steal your shit. You should be like put your thumbprint on there. See, man.
Yeah.
It's like reading retina. Okay, it's like fucking
Dude,
headshot.
How fucking shitty though? How
Like,
shitty
oh,
would
fuck.
that be though? Like being back in the day and you're like kind of tipsy and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna pull the rock, and you accidentally pull the wrong rock and this boulder's coming at you. You're just like, God damn it!
Or like when he like walks to the place, like walks to the edge where the one thing like he steps on it and like trips and the thing comes out and someone already got stuck by it. It's like so they're just walking down the thing. What's going on?
Whoops.
Which is crazy because I mean that might happen, but
Actually, I think instead of killing the people, I'd have like, if I was a billionaire, I'd have like a second silo, like a side thing. So if like a survivor did come,
A slave low.
yeah,
I
slave
got
low.
you.
There you go.
I got you.
I'd be like, you can go in this one. You will be safe. There is food and shelter in there.
Make sure you ride the bike that's there for at least 20 minutes a day, and he's producing your energy.
No, dude, I watched
I bet after a few months you would all be on the same level. Whoever started off with nothing compared to people.
Oh hell no, dude!
dude. You
No
start, like,
fucking way.
No way, dude.
Look at the people like in
they'd see you
Walking
as a
the Dead.
selfish asshole.
Look at like that crew. They like basically have nothing, you know, and then they like slowly come back. And then all of a sudden they meet up with the town. It's like, ooh, we have a fancy like nice little town or whatever with some stuff, and it's like, cool, we're right back on your level. Like, and then vice versa when it goes back off.
No, you always have those assholes that just wanna.
They want more.
They either want to be the leader or they wanna, you know.
It turns always like the Lord of the Flies. You're just like, geez.
But if you think about
the
it, like
fucking genius who leaves the door open, you know, that leaves the
Yeah.
gate unlocked. No, nothing's gonna happen. It hasn't happened for 30 days. Fucking leaves it unlocked. Everybody dies.
it makes us feel good. The community feels strong. It's like, all right.
It's keep the blood pumping. Leave the gate unlocked, making sure everyone's on their toes.
Yeah, normally that's how he walks in. He walks out. He's like, yeah, I feel confident. Starts taking a piss. Next thing you know, the fucking
Admir
zombie
just fell.
Everyone like goes to sleep, and the zombie after they kill him, he's like, ugh. They think he's over there gardening. It's like, comes in, so because I guess that was the other thing too. Like I guess it would be interesting to see because like if they go crazy out in like rage, they become like an animal and stuff like that.
people.
Yeah, like would they go only after people? What if they like had the taste of humans? I mean, maybe it would be good, but I mean, we also have the same taste buds, so maybe they would still like anything.
It'd probably be after anything that moved, but like people are a pretty big, slow, clumsy object that most people would become targets. You know what I mean?
It would be like, yeah, like in Zombieland, like what is it, stamina?
Well, dude, I got to do a quick
Was it
plug
Couldn't Run?
for this fucking podcast I listened to. It was more like a mini series. It was called We're Alive. I don't know if you guys have listened to it yet. Holy shit. It's basically like just the voice actors acting out like a scenario like that. So badass. You got to listen to it. I think there's like there's like hundreds of episodes, like I think like 200 or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up. Maybe like 80 episodes. But it took me like almost 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks or something,
To catch up.
to listen to the whole thing. Yeah, and it's so good, dude. It is so nuts. You got to listen to it. Find it. I found it on Spotify. We Are Alive. We Are Alive.
It's all apocalypse style or something.
It is. It's so cool. It's awesome.
I think that's one thing people like crave is an apocalypse or some kind of crazy shit. But
Lunatics.
what? Only lunatics
Oh, yeah,
crave
dude.
that? No, I think everybody does. I think everyone's got that. Like that's why people go camping. Everybody's got
Get
that.
into it.
I have an itch. Like I have like a thing where I'm like kind of like prepared for it, you know, because I'm like, because for me, I mean, that why I wouldn't mind going like a little bit more wild after that point.
There's a
because,
difference between preparedness and wanting it, though, you know?
I mean,
What would you consider being prepared?
just having like
Skills?
supplies, yeah, skills. Like
Well-
you'd be surprised at people that can like what the shit like people can't do, you know, like in
Oh,
the
yeah.
woods, you know, like well, or like not even the woods, but like in nature and wilderness, you know, like
Leaving breadcrumbs.
yeah, even just like identifying like different like things or
I think to survive
ways to do stuff, you know, comfortably, whatever.
How paranoid are you?
About that
In
end of
general.
days. I get paranoid about things here or there, but I mean, ultimately, I
I
know,
think-
like I always just think like I could be as paranoid as I want, and it doesn't stop the meteor from like flying through my fucking house, you know, and crushing my head, and
Well, I mean,
like so I'm like, yeah, anything can happen.
I feel like if you were to survive a scenario like that, you'd have to be a little over the top paranoid. Like, I can't leave toilet paper here. I can't leave crumbs here. I can't be, leaving these twigs here. I can't be making it look like
Do you
someone
think you're
was
that
here.
paranoid?
I think if I was in that situation, yes.
But if you were in that situation, but not now.
No, I am now.
So you have
Like, I'm that paranoid that I-
what I'm thinking is you have like 100 stacks of toilet paper in your closet. You have cases of food that you can eat. You know what I'm saying? Like paranoid. There are like those doomsday preppers.
I wouldn't say like the doomsday preppers. I have water,
Those
like tons of
guys.
water.
That's what you call paranoid.
Those guys, no, but those guys they're like book paranoid, if that makes sense. Like, this is what the book says I need, this is what I'm going to get. But I'm talking about, like, being paranoid is to thinking shit out to the point where it's like, hey, all right, guys, we need to go get, like, let's say we're out in the forest or whatever, and I'm like, all right, guys, we need to gather firewood. Mm-hmm. It's like, make sure you're not gathering a lot of firewood from one spot. Like, if you find a big spot of firewood, grab a couple of pieces and leave the rest.
That's not paranoid. That's like street smart.
Not a lot of people have it, though.
Exactly. But some people do. So, you know what I'm saying? Like street smart. Knowing not to go down a fucking alley that's dark and doesn't have any alley lights, when random people, for whatever reason, just are like, oh, look, a shortcut. They walk through, they get stabbed, fucking wallet stolen. It doesn't mean that you're paranoid to a certain extent. It just means that you have the smarts to bury your shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think a lot of people think that way.
Absolutely not, dude. A lot of people would be dead. A lot of people who, didn't have people to take them out camping, make shelter,
Even when you go camping, though, like, there was that one time up at Pineview Reservoir, I think. We went there and we're like, this looks like a good spot to go swim in. Mm-hmm. And we rolled down there and it was just someone's campsite, just shit everywhere. Pizza boxes, fucking beer cans everywhere, just shit everywhere. Uh-huh. And I was just like, this is fucking disgusting. It looked like a bunch of pigs were there. And it's like, those kind of people are the ones that would not make it.
They would get eaten by the wild pack of wolves.
Some
that are like, smart now, and
not even wolves. Like, let's just say they knew how to, shoot a gun really well. They're still like, and let's say they knew how to make a campfire really well, or put up a tent really well, or drive a car really well. They wouldn't make it because they'd leave markers behind that other people would walk into the room. And I'm not saying like I'm a detective or nothing, but like you'd walk into the room and you'd be like, someone was sleeping here or is still sleeping here. So
you'd have the nerve to get close to the fire, feel it, make sure, it's a little warm, so they're not very far,
Or they're coming back, and then you could just wait for them. Like, for instance, like if I walked into like a grocery store and it's like abandoned, there's shit everywhere, and I'm just walking through looking around, and you find a can of peaches, like an open can, and it's not moldy. It looks good still, like you could sip on it. Somebody was here. Somebody was drinking this. But somebody else is thinking like, I just finished this can of peaches. I'm just going to leave it here. Fuck it, Like, they're not even thinking about the fact that someone could find this. It's probably unlikely, but someone could find this and see that it is a fresh can that was open and eaten, so they know that there's someone within this vicinity. A lot of people don't think like that.
But why would they leave the can there? Boom.
Because they're done eating it.
Why would you be done eating if you're in a fucking...
There's nothing left in there.
If you're like,
there's just like juice.
A cart full of stuff, you start pushing it out, and you're just like, fucking just picking out. I love peaches, dude. We're saved, bro. Like fucking, drops the can of peaches, like instead of dropping cash on his way out, and then some dude just fucking rolls in there, just like
and finds it, and they look at it like, somebody was
Navy
here.
SEALs, dude, like I read that Extreme Leadership, and that's what they pack they should take a shit on the ground, they're packing that out. Everything's coming out and stuff. You want to be the ghost. You want to be not there. You want to do whatever you can. But even that, like that stuff, like I could see like in times of stress, like I could see maybe that same thing happening though, like being so excited that you actually seen some stuff and you start jumping through there and start like grabbing everything, start going through some stuff, and then you drive by and you just drop your card there, drives off. Some guy like comes in there and just sees, you can tell, like say maybe it was like it's been there for like a year, and so like the card drops down, you can see it hit the dust. You're like, this card is like this card just barely, like this thing had gotten maybe within days, And so you're like, and then you see the names of them and stuff, and then you could even be like on some, see like, you see people running around, you get close to them, there's people over there, there's like little kids and shit, and like, got a couple of them, card says Dave, Dave? Yeah. All right, dude, all right, they got a bunch of supplies, we know this, because like, you might see a bunch of shit off the shelf, you're like, all right, I mean, like, you can tell they scam the joint, see the tracks of cards or whatever.
That's why I hate when people put their fucking kids' names above their little family stickers that they have on the back of their vans and shit,
Oh,
God, that pisses me off. I'm just like, dude, you guys are so dumb. Like, you are so stupid.
You are so dumb. Like, really, really dumb.
Listen.
I'm your mom's friend. From what? From work. I never seen you from her work. Yeah, I know. She's like feeling totally like garbage today. She said, "Just get in." Like,
Rick has this all down.
Dude, I used to go to my mom's work like when I was like 6 years old and like just be like hanging out, and she'd be like hiring people. She was like HR manager of this place, and don't want to say. And like I would just sit there and watch the training videos with the new recruits and shit like that. And they had one like where they'd be like stealing and like about abductions, and stuff where like Like it was extra things where you teach your kids, help them with the password. If you pick up some kid, don't let them say like, "Do you have a password? Do you have any of these things?" So the parents can help you, so you don't give the kid to some random.
Yeah.
And then also too, like about stealing and shit. It was funny because like it all started with one. He's like, first I was just taking candy bars. And he's like, it's like then it was money out of the till, and shit. He's like grabbing money out of the till and shit. And next thing you know, he's like stealing money out of the safe. And everything, and then he gets caught and gets fired, this guy, and then he's like being a garbage man and shit, and he's like, no, my life's ruined, I'm divorced or whatever. And like the funny part was my mom was like, it's funny, but like the garbage men make more money than like someone like baggers, or like even her, like at the store, like they make like good money. And so it's like funny, it's like he gets fired and like goes to a better position.
So moral of the story, kids, is just steal till you get a better job.
But I remember watching shit like that, and that's exactly what the guy was saying. He's like trying to drive by and like pick him up, and the guy's like, I don't know, because the guy's like seeing it, and the kid's like was unsure, and so the guy could identify it. And she's like, what's my password or whatever? Oh, she never sent you with the family password, but she said, because she was in such a rush, she's in some pain, just come on now or whatever. It's like trying to pick him up.
There's a lot of creepy people.
But I've seen some shit where like, even I heard like, there's people like it was in a Walmart. They like snagged some kid in a Walmart, and the mom was like super paranoid about it. And she like grabbed her kid. She's like, someone stole my kid. She grabbed my kid. Like they took him. They grabbed him. And so it was in a smaller town, and they put the place on lockdown. And they looked all over. It was like locked down and stuff. And they went in a bathroom, and the kid was in the bathroom, different clothes, head shaved. Like they were straight up. They were ready to fucking walk. They were
Did
like
they catch the people?
They didn't know. Like they were just in the place. Like they just dipped out. It was like some of that. Like, what is that bank movie, The Inside Job or whatever, with, like, that heist movie?
Damn.
They took the kid into the bathroom, put different clothes on him, and shaved his head.
Shaved their heads, yeah. I even seen, like, I watched some videos on Reddit and stuff of, like, they're, like, even in, like, the broad day, the mom barely walks in, and the kid's, like, walking in, and then the guy, like, pushes the mom in where the door is and grabs the little kid and then, like, slams the door shut. And then, like, the mom goes to get out of the store, and then, like, takes off, and, like, the guy, like, yanked the kid and was like, see ya. And, like... And so there's teams and stuff that like do abductions like that, but like the Walmart one was especially crazy, and it was in some random town in like I don't even know where, Tennessee or something, and like just luckily they happened to put it on lockdown, and they found the kid later. But there's even like stories of people like that were like in a mall and they wait and like how they lost their kid. They were like, went into the bathroom and they just sat there and like I was sitting like in front of the door, and like. They never came out. So someone like grabbed them, probably changed their look right there in the bathroom, and walked them right out in front of the parents and didn't even notice. And so like they don't even like.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no.
Get the fuck off your phone.
You gotta be
America.
like taken, dude. You gotta be like listening to the voice over and over. It's like, good luck or whatever. It's like, good luck. Or what does he say?
I have a specific. Just come.
He's like listening to the book because the guy was like, yeah. Have fun trying that or whatever, like good, whatever he says, and he's like keeps listening to it so you can recognize his voice and shit. It's like, there's almost a form of obsession with survival and stuff like that. That's why like it will be like definitely in that situation. I mean, once everyone kind of falls off, because first, so many people are going to die right off the bat. So many people will go down.
Fuck yeah!
Like
that's why you teach your kid to have.
And you'll never know what position
adrenaline shot.
Because I remember going to, like, the Titanic museum thing that they came through the town or whatever. It was in, like, Charlie Square. They had, like, some exhibit thing. And they give you a card right at the beginning. And at the end, they tell you that was your ticket and then what happened to that person, actually. And you get the ticket and tells you who you are. And all of us were, like, third-class people, all this stuff. We get through, and then, like, I happened to, like, make it through. And I was, like, I'm like, how the hell does that happen? It was, like, I must have, like, fucking pushed some people through, jumped on a fucking boat, Like, because at first, like, back in there, like, women and children first, and you're just, like...
Who all made it on that?
Upper class,
or out of our family.
Out of your family.
I think like just me and like maybe someone else. There's a bunch of random people, but like almost everyone died. It was all random. The amounts of people, and most of that's how you're like, oh, read the card, throw it in the thing, like yep, and you see all the lists of the people and stuff.
Damn, that'd be kind of cool. It's like a lottery.
But there's like moments of even like the panic, like they even Titanic and stuff. Where, like they're showing like I seen like a cut sheet of at the end, like if they were maybe like thinking about it more, there's like 20 something different ways that they could have got like Jack and whatever could have got on like the.
There was enough room on that. There was enough room on that door.
There was like a million different positions they could have easily balanced the whole thing out, but they just decided not to. And so like there's just the moments of panic,
It's not even that. She was straight up like, I don't know you that well This is kind of uncomfortable.
It's not even our second date.
Yeah.
Well, even at the end, I heard
Stay
some weird
off.
thing that like Leonardo DiCaprio and that Kate Winslet, they were like at the time when they were like researching the role, the lady didn't even have like enough money to like support herself on like the living home she was in, so they started paying for her like.
Well,
living home and all
you
this
do
stuff.
know
Like,
we're
what the
getting
fuck,
one
random.
side of the
She was trying
story.
that's
You know
true.
why she couldn't afford it? Because at the end of the movie, she threw this big ass diamond in the ocean.
I know.
That's why.
I'll never let go. Fucking toss it in. But
Should've
talking about
sold
never
that.
letting go, let's let go for a moment and take a quick break. Commercial break.
Skip it.
Wangus.
Erica, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you just answer as fast as you can.
I'm ready.
Is your real name Erica?
Yes.
Why?
I was born
It
with
doesn't
it.
matter. Next question.
I'm ready.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Correct. Next question. Where can I find some Banff beard oils?
It Brick's webpage.
Kind of, right. BrickAnderson.com. Get them while they're hot, bitches. Use promo code, what is it?
Promo code I'm a pregnant lady, and the smell is really good. And smells when you're pregnant suck. So if your
100%.
man can have a good smelling beard whilst pregnant,
Whilst.
it's real nice. Real nice.
You hear that? Lost Minds promo code. Get on it. 25% off. It's time for dinner.
Even pregnant ladies like it.
Yep. Gone out, and then that's kind of. Hey, I did have that stuff when I got you knocked up, didn't I? Do it, bitches.
I can tell, like.
Welcome, everyone. Hey, can I interest you guys in some Banff beard oil? What's it for? For your busted ass beards. Ow. You trying to score some hot dudes? I'm trying to get a pretty sweet babe, and I think they don't like my face hair. Well, there you go. It's a perfect market. It's meant for people that you don't want to have beards with you, or... What if I want to fight another man with my beard? If you want to make it nice and slick and smoothie and moisturized and strong and not brittle and weak and crusty and smelly and stinky and dirty, then you use the fresh, badass motherfucking beard oil. Pow. You want it? Where do I get this beard oil? Go to BrickAnderson.com and go to the Banff Beard Oil tab, and you can use the Lost Minds promo code and save money. Okay? Okay, thank you. But the prices are competitive, so you'll save money instead of wasting time and going to Walmart. You can save cash and buy online in your underwear and watch documentaries on Netflix. Ooh, I like it a lot. Lost Minds.
Wait, there we go. That's the end. That's what it is.
Finito.
Instead, it's been a long, grueling evening, and so now we're just gonna do it like we always do it.
On the Discovery Channel.
So you can find us at Lost Minds on Google, SoundCloud. Subscribe and like.
It's hard to find on
iTunes.
SoundCloud.
I know. Just go to iTunes. Really, if you are on iTunes app or Pocket Cast, it is on there. It is on there. I know it is. I was going to say you can basically subscribe, like. It's really easy on the iTunes podcast app. As far as Pocket Cast, I haven't been using it as much, but it is much easier on the SoundCloud. They want you to pay for everything, but it is hosted off that. If you want to check it out on there, you can.
Follow us on Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter. You can always use the code Lost Minds on the Banff Beard Oil tab on the BrickAnderson.com. Save yourself 25%. There's just different flavors and stuff. Get yourself smelling right for a low price.
Do it, people.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Lost Minds.
Welcome to the end of the podcast. Well, unfortunately, it's the end for me, and I'm gonna die soon. But for you, it's not, and you could live forever and have a pretty sweet beard. And if you want it to be super silky smooth, you want to go to brickanderson.com and order yourself some Banff beard oils. Unlike me, you can live. Take my hand. My hands are shriveling away. Not that hand, this hand. Come on. Use your mouth. Use something, you lazy prick. There we go. You didn't just lube up this hand with a silky smooth Banff beard oil for nothing, did you? Let's get this party started. Nice. He's kind of dead. It's still warm. His body's still warm. It's still warm, guys. Come on, it's still warm. When he's talking about he's dead, they still got like a good half hour left in the oven. That poor bugger. You're a fucking savage. You know that? Like your beard oils. You just lay a little beard oil down and this corpse comes right back to life. Every crevice is a yes crevice. You're savage. No means yes. You're goddamn savage. And yes means no. For confusing times.